Okay, here we are back in Legend Heroes, Trails of Cold Steel 4. So, I went ahead and started messing with people's settings. I gave Muse Ingenuity, gave her a couple other things here and there. She's using Pandora and Virgo because it'll allow her to be an offensive power with a little bit of healing utility. The one that I'm having a bit of an issue with is Crow, because I don't have anything... Wait a second. I don't want people using the same sub, so... we'll slap Beowulf on him, I guess? So make sure no one else is using that one. I gave Machias Deva to try to just level it up some, because level 3 is pretty bad. But yeah, I don't have any break quartz to give him, I don't have any Sepith to make it, and we're pressed kind of thin, all things considered. I could take one off of these guys, but what's the point? So yeah, we are going to try to stick to the old class until they say, okay, use a party you're not really fully equipped with, and yeah. Cannot be used now. I was wondering why.
If we turn right here, this road will take us to Ordis.
Sounds like you know your way around.
Yeah, we drove through here back during my orientation at the Inspectorate.
My turn!
It may be quick by car,
my turn.
but we've got
It's my
quite
turn.
a walk ahead of us.
And I just realized with... Actually, yeah, we can still see them. I was wondering if we'd still be able to see the chests and the enemies without the Dragon Bane, but I think I may have it on someone else in the party. Moonland's on Machias, okay. Crap. It's not happy. Who are you? That was a creepy sheep. I was wondering when we'd finally see those again. We missed the poor things, didn't we? The enemies are not valuable, let's put it that way. They leave a lot to be desired. Will you alleviate my boredom? The bull drops break
Ooh, a
quartz,
treasure chest!
but the deer that appear with it will drop your U materials. Tromes I'm not going to bother fighting against. What's the mare? Which way are we supposed to go? We're ultimately going to end up going both ways, but yeah. Ooh, snake! The snakes can drop U material, but those ones did not. That's Juno Naval Fortress. That's a lot of crap out here. How big is this area? Jeez.
Another fork in the road. The right path leads to the naval fortress, if I'm not mistaken.
One-Eyed Zex is there with his 3rd Division, yeah?
Yes. He's my uncle.
I know our destination is Ordis, but
Won't hurt to go take a look.
Dang it, open the box. 5 U materials, kinda need those, so I can't complain. Another snake. Okay, Juno is this way. Maybe there'll be a picture for us to take or something. Jeez, this area is big.
Takes your breath away, doesn't it?
We had a little encounter around here before, didn't we?
Yeah, you look like a complete tool, too.
maybe to you. I bet Instructor Reen would be stunning in something so form-fitting.
I'll pass. Thanks.
Look, I didn't choose that tacky-ass getup. It ain't my style at all.
So, yeah, this is where Cold Steel 3 starts, so to speak. Is there anything down here? Third Armored Division has been stationed at the Naval Fortress since a while back. They've been busy training up freshly conscripted recruits. They've got us handling maintenance on the tanks and armor units they've been using to do it. Make no mistake, it's a lot harder than it looks to clean off the mess those paint bullets make. Got a lot of scrubbing to do. So yeah, they're not using live fire or anything. Thankfully. Third Armored Division, which means General Zex Vander. Indeed, it seemed the full force will be transferring here. Should be around 50,000 troops stationed here. Never would have guessed, considering how quiet it is. They're either getting too cocky for their own good, or... What? Buy the container. Come on, what are the odds he's gonna see us? He's only got one eye, for crying out loud. One-eyed Zex. No wonder he's so considered a representative of the Vander style. Yep, he carries his own weight, that's for sure. Guess they knew just what they were doing. We're lucky we weren't caught. No, did my uncle just let us get away? Anyway, it's too dangerous to get any closer. Let's turn around and head back to the city. Right, got it. Still no horses. Jeez, this is a long walk. I'm sure a lot of people out there want to see One-Eyed Zex, though, so, yeah. Those drones are so not worth fighting, man. Okay, I have enough break quartz now to make an upgraded version. The hard part, though, is I am burning through CP far, far faster than I'm getting it back, as you can see in the bottom right corner. Okay, I had to step away for a little bit, but we're back. Do you remember if I was actually trying to fight these things or not? And just to play it safe, I'm going to pop one real quick to try to remind myself. Okay, the Sepith reward and everything on that is pretty crappy. EXP was nothing to write home about. They don't have any valuable drops that I can see. I did get a U material, but it probably wasn't worth the assault gauge.
I'm ready to go anytime.
Ooh, a tough one!
Overall, I'd say they're probably worth it. There was a
nice-looking
blue...
treasure chest.
It dropped Blue Ascension. It could also drop U materials. Thing is, that did completely drain my gauge. Okay, we need to go up the road a little bit more. We're going to ignore any sheep. Let's see, what is this at? Yeah, they're not worth it either. There were some of them there, they just dropped some crap, random crap.
Almost there now.
Guess all that desk work really killed your stamina, huh?
Don't worry, we're on the final stretch.
Now, I believe these were...
Yeah!
A couple things worthwhile there. Like...
Yeah!
I wonder if I should just sit down and try to get any recipes that I can. I don't know if we have all the party members that can cook just yet. Like, I don't even know if Duvalie can cook now that I think about it. Yeah, she can. She's in the list. That's gonna be a headache later. That time was just a single U material. Ash, Kurt, Emma, Sarah. We don't have the correct people.
Heads up, that one means business.
Okay, that was another blue ascension. Okay, the tree actually does stop you from shooting that. So I'm just looking around for stuff to pop. Sheep aren't worth the hassle. Although they seem to think they are. Neither are the drones. Heimdall Military Police. So they really have moved into Ordis. Not surprised with my dad here, they're probably stationed at the other entrances of the city as well. Sounds like we got our work cut out for us then. How's your acting, Reen? We're about to find out, I guess, but we gotta be careful. Ash, Machias, you should probably disguise yourselves just in case. Okay, but... you guys are nuts. Hold it right there. What business do you have in Ordis? Don't get much foot traffic these days. Let's see your papers. Wait, we seriously need IDs to get in? No way, we walked all the way here from Raquel and everything. Train schedule's all messed up too. It's not gonna make it our going home to get our papers any easier. Damn, I just wanted one look at the famous port city before I got shipped off to the front lines. You boys are soldiers? I heard something about the recruits getting a couple days of pre-deployment leave. Yeah, man, we're on our last one. You're not seriously gonna make us turn around and walk all the way back, are you? It's really a shame. I thought Ordis would have been the perfect place to make one last romantic memory with my fiancée before we went off to war. Hey, you can't let your guard down for a second around her. Alright, we'll make an exception just this once. For real? For real, we get our orders from Director Regnitz himself, and he wants us to give our full cooperation to the brave new recruits fighting for the Empire. Who knows, maybe a little R&R is just what you need to refresh yourself for the battles to come. I hope so. Thank you, we really appreciate it. We owe you big time. Ordis, the port city. It's a pretty big one if I remember correctly.
Back home at last.
I wonder if the city is still as beautiful as I remember it. In any case, the infiltration was a success. Kinda handed to you guys this time. Not bad, Schwarzer, Armbrust, Regnitz too. Well, I did carry some infiltration tasks back when I was taking orders from the Airbonian government. My professional duties as an inspector do occasionally include infiltration operations. Well, Muse, you really got a knack for this kind of business, huh? Well, when you got a gift. Still, it seems like things have changed quite a bit since we were last here. Let's start by surveying the city and picking up any info we can on the captive Thor's personnel and VIP. You got it. Okay, first things first.
Let's go! Let's go!
Here I go!
We'll go back to you now. Okay, had to stop for a moment. For a second there I thought this was Orvid, but it's just his sprite. Finally, Ordis. I'm a merchant in a neighboring town, but I always order my wares from Ordis. This railway restriction is choking us. We got a good shortage, so I'm here in Ordis to make my purchases directly. Awful time to be a merchant, but we do have to make the best of it, I guess. You know, I was somewhat apprehensive about being assigned here, given Ordis's noble faction connection and all. The governor carries the full burden of it all, from acting as a bridge with nobles to coming up with political measures. When I think about what he's going through, it makes me think I gotta step it up with my own job. So they decided to turn Riviera Court into another conscription office. People have loved that place for decades, not to mention the employees. This is just a shame. The government's word is absolute, and I never waver from it. This one is a little hard to take, that's all. Ordis has historically been ruled by the Cayenne family, one of the four great houses. Even so, while they may have received orders from the Imperial government, taking control in such a manner seems a little impudent. I will say thankfully that the governor certainly has his wits about him, but the Imperial Defense Force has been seen repeatedly entering and exiting the mansion, and that doesn't seem good. I was a little distracted by her walking around because I was wondering where is she going to go. Each family is deploying soldiers and contributing financially to the war with Calvert. They may be cooperating with the government's orders, but I doubt they do so with any joy in their hearts. There's a feeling in the air that we are moving closer toward war. Things will only be more unstable moving forward. Well, my draft card finally came. I was hoping to do a bit of shopping and take my mind off things, but looks like Riviera Court's in a rough spot at the moment. Ever since I started hearing the rumors about Claystinko, I've been cutting down my visits. Regardless, these prices are just too high. How can I have fun shopping if I can't even purchase the goods? Shopping is my only true love. What the heck do I do now? Save your money, that's what. So our Naval Fortress training is over. Looks like we're finally going to receive our assignments as new conscripts. Yeah, first they send operatives into our country, and then they try to assassinate the Emperor. How stupid can a country be to mock Erebonia? We're going to teach Calvert a lesson they won't forget. We have the new model too. It's not even going to be a fight. We'll be sure to pulverize them. Couldn't have said better, my man. Bunch of weasels, that's what they are. Can't wait to see the looks on their faces. Erebonia's always possessed clear military superiority over its neighbors. If the Empire reaches its full power, then Calvert won't last a second, I reckon. We were conscripted from nearby towns, and now we're all here receiving our assignments. This is great. I'll teach us Calvert fools a lesson they won't forget using my own two hands. So do we speak to you already? Yeah, he's talking about the governor. It's kind of annoying how he
That's
walks
Riviera Court, right?
out there and then comes back the other way.
Yeah. Ferris is the manager there.
I bet things get quite hectic for her.
Well, we'll hit it in a second. Drop by to see if maybe I can find something interesting to read. Nothing, just like I thought. Father's in the provincial army. He was recently called up by the government, so he's set to depart soon. I do understand that's an important cause, but he's the only father I've got. I don't want to lose him. You can't walk in Arge these days without hearing someone whining shortages, war. Seriously? Cry me a river. Sales around here are perfectly fine. It's obvious why, right? You need to act quick and stock up on stuff that other places miss out on. Keeping an eye on Clay's circulation's been a real win for me. Proverbs Eternity. I don't know if that was the last one or not. Blah. If You Said Goodbye, Part 2. Hold on, what did Eternity give? So I'm wondering, do I want one on its own? And to be honest, those stats are kind of low, so I think I'll pass. My employer absolutely detests the idea of financially contributing to Heimdall and says I shouldn't shop at Claysmall. But look at how Riviera Court ended up. That's simply the state of things, and there's nothing I can do about it. As a maid, I always need to prepare quality meals. There's no room for complaints about where I shop and when that's my job. Okay, over here. Hey, it's you guys. Thor's group, if I'm not mistaken. Is it okay for you to be here? More or less. If I remember right, this guy was one of the two involved in the Slender attack in Riviera Court that happened during our Special Ops missions. But it looks like he's working under Hugo at the moment. You were worried about us? How sweet. Looks like you've become a store manager. Yeah, Director Hugo assigned me here. Previous manager Watts quit suddenly, saying he was pursuing other business ventures. Rumor has that he's changed beyond recognition, raking in ridiculous profits all around the continent and operating at increased capacity. That's the extent of what I heard, though, so maybe you won't even be back, who knows? I see. Must be quite a problem for Hugo, too. You're gonna be fine, but you guys try to keep a low profile, you hear me? I already made this clear to her, but if I receive orders from higher up, then I gotta take the government side, alright? There's something weird about the IDF. You don't want to attract their attention. If you do something stupid and get yourselves in deep, well, don't say I didn't warn you. Great, cool, awesome, thanks. Her, huh? I think I know what's going on here. Clay & Co. is managing to turn a profit, even in light of the current situation, since we got strong ties to the government. Lower prices than anywhere else. I do think that's pretty nasty business to be so cutthroat right now, but I'm sure there's a silver lining to it somewhere if you look hard enough. Outside yeah, that's just a repeat. Are those at Riviera Court going to be alright? Without connections like Clay's, procuring stock must be a nightmare for them right now. But it's not as if I'm concerned about them or anything, you see. We'll show them our true abilities and crush them one day. Simon, Pecky. And then just food stuff. I think there's 3 Pecky to go before we have that final accessory. Yeah, out of curiosity, what you got? The energy drink at least gives you CP. They're the same. It's been an uptick in weapon sales lately. It's made for good sales figures, but I feel rather conflicted about it, really. Things seem to be selling better and better the more lethal they are. Given everything that's happening, there's not a lot to be done, is there? Cipher Graph. So this is for Machias. We can give it to him immediately. Rider Jacket, this is new. Man, that has one heck of a defense drop. Owlock color. We don't even have the bike at the moment, but we'll get that now. And I don't want to buy any accessories just yet. I am going to buy a couple of these, because I think I may need the 15 CP from time to time. As low as that sounds, there are a couple times where I fall just a little short. And no, we're not going to mess with any of that. I was going to unequip the stuff from Una, but I want to make sure there's a junk shop here I can use before I actually do that. Otherwise, I may just be hamstringing myself. Welcome, welcome. Are you here for some ice cream too? I used to just run a food cart in summer. I want my ice cream to bring smiles to people's faces. That was what got me started. Pick up a scoop to pick up your spirits, don't you agree? You know, I think this was the ice cream that we had when we were in the city for field studies. So delicious, I'll never forget it. I'll never forget your gentle gaze, then, instructor. Here we go again. Why don't you take the opportunity to treat me to a cone? Excellent suggestion, Ash. I'll be sure to give it some real consideration. Today's a scorcher, so you simply must try some frozen goodness to cool down. Each and every flavor is an absolute delight. Your faces will be frozen in smiles. Tomato gelato, what? Parfait du Tomatonio? 45 CP and cures ailments. That could actually be pretty good. This one's a... This one heals a little bit more, but it's probably more difficult to make. So yeah, the only place left now is Riviera Court. What's going on? Looks like everything's being packed up for some reason. They closed down a shop or something? So if you look, Margarita's back in her slim form. Everyone. Reen and everyone else, I'm so happy we were able to see each other again. Oh yeah, Vincent's there too. Vincent, and her behavior's a little too friendly. Who is she? Wait, hold on a second. I feel like I've seen her before.
In addition to Schwarzer, it is a most fortuitous blessing to see you among us once more.
Yeah, I'm not really sure how to face any of you after everything I've done and all. And Lady Mildine, or would you prefer Muse instead? Muse is indeed preferable, thank you. Good to see you, Vincent. And Margarita. You forgot my name? That's so mean, Reen. Wait, it's certainly been a while. Well, it's certainly been a while, everyone. No, it's not that we forgot your name, Margarita. You just look really different now. I didn't recognize you at first. It's perfectly understandable we caught a little off guard. I'm not quite used to it myself, and we're, dating, I suppose. Isn't it cute how embarrassed he gets? Damn, is this really happening? That's so great. Congratulations, you two. He sure emphasized, I suppose. Vincent was always hiding from Margarita back when we were all students. Must have been quite a journey, but it looks like their relationship is progressing nicely. In any case, I've been speaking with some of the other alumni, and I'm hearing some significant chatter. We have much to discuss. Your reason for coming to Ordis, for example. But our hands are full at the moment. Riviera Court has no future whatsoever if that certain something isn't found. What happened? What's going on with Ferris is worrying, but it looks like the issue here is more pressing. Yes, explain the specifics could take hours. Well, basically Riviera Court's been commandeered by the army, right? That's correct. The notice from the Imperial Army arrived about a week ago. It ordered us to vacate the premises so they can turn it into a conscription office. We had to scramble to find a new location. Somehow we managed to borrow an office from the Harbor Union. We've gone into overdrive preparing for the move, but the permit for opening the new location could not be found today, the very day we were to move. If we don't have that in hand, then we cannot operate, even if we physically make the move. Every last employee is running around trying to find it. Damn, talk about stressful. No wonder you all get so down in the dumps. The notable locations in the store have been searched down to every last corner, but despite our thoroughness, we still haven't found it. It's not a thought that I enjoy entertaining, but it is possible that the permit was stolen. If that's true, then the situation is grave indeed. By the way, wasn't the manager of the store? Yes, my sister Ferris was once the manager. After the incident in Heimdall, she disappeared without a trace. There hasn't even been word as to whether she's alive or not. I've taken over management in her absence. Well, this is Ferris we're talking about. I'm sure she's fine. My thanks, Schwarzer. I choose to believe that as well. But for now, we need that permit. If we do not find it, Riviera Court will be finished. Our clientele, Ferris, how could I face them if that happened? I couldn't live with myself. Yes, we simply must find it. They could probably use our help too. Vincent, we could help you out if you'd like. What do you think? That's right, as a fellow alumni of Thor's, we can't just ignore this. So it ended up like this after all. You busybody sure like sticking your nose in other people's business, huh? I don't know what to say. Well, don't say anything. We'll take a little look around the place. We'll help search for your permit, and maybe we'll pick up some intel on what's going on while we're at it. Thank you all so much. This really means a lot to us. It would be great if you take a quick look around the premises. We're counting on you all. So, Riviera Runaround has started. So I can already see the green markers. Oh wait, we're probably supposed to talk to them last, I assume? We recently finished replacing the banner outside, so we've almost finished preparing to move to the new location, but all these procedures to go through combined with our contacting our customers, things have been very hectic lately. Not even all this history behind us sad, but we've been so slammed with work that I haven't even had time to reminisce. Everything is changing in preparation for the war. It's a brutal time we're living in, my friends. We packed up the inventory chart that was in the counter. Looks like everything's been wiped down. Excellent. I just keep finding more and more things I was supposed to pack. I'm doing a final check to make sure it's all here right now. To be honest with you, these endless all-nighters have turned my brain into mush. Hereford is coming here to work for me. So I gotta make sure that I at least take care of my own bit. 1 second. The register, huh? If there really was a thief, I imagine that they'd head straight for the Mira. Let me take a look. Crow examined the register lock. Doesn't look like anyone forced it open or anything. You sure perked up once you got your hands on the register, huh, Crow? Can't place it, but there's something different about you today. It's no big deal, right? It's the first time I've done something like this since I was at Thor's. Feels a little unreal, that's all. I put the permit inside the cabinet along with some other important documents. It was still there until last night, I'm sure of it. But when I checked this morning, both the permit and the relocation notice were gone. You lost your relocation notice too? Damn, this is real messy, isn't it? If they went for the letter, then the only party I can imagine doing this is Clayton Co. Here I was thinking of our rivalry as a fun, healthy one. Why'd they do something like that would clearly cause them to be hated? I think it's a little premature to jump to conclusions like that since we don't have enough evidence. There's a lot here that bothers me. Let's keep searching. I need to step away for a second. Okay, so let's see where we left off. There's something... Is that outside? Oh, window. That window. If a thief really did sneak in after he threw an entryway or window around here. Yeah. Well, if they were here, they don't seem to have left any trace behind. No sign of forced entry at the doors either. Someone broke in, it must have been a master thief, or there was never a burglar to begin with, right? Let's go check out some other areas. What's... That's my desk where I take care of my paperwork. Terribly sorry for the mess. I was in a hurry this morning. Everything's still splayed out on the desk. Hey, isn't this the relocation notice in the trash pile? I thought the relocation notice and the permit were lost together, but... What the hell, man? You just left one out here like this? What? I thought I sent them all out already. What happened? Okay, here's hoping I can actually go more than 2 minutes without interruption here. Actually, I realized this morning that I forgot to mail some of the paperwork for the move. I removed the relocation notice from the cabinet and sent it all out together. I was very rushed. If it's still here, then perhaps. Maybe you screwed up which papers you were supposed to send out, yeah? That does seem to be the case, doesn't it? I have no excuse for my oversight. I'm so sorry. You're always so diligent here, for it. A simple mistake like this isn't like you. So the document that you mistakenly sent out was the permit, then? It's highly possible. When we looked around the store, we couldn't find any traces of a thief. The only explanation is that one of your employees made a mistake. Like what should or shouldn't have been sent out, for example. You were very thorough, weren't you? Hearing this, your theory does seem on the mark. So we can expect the permit to have been sent to the party the relocation notice was addressed to. The address was Lord Galton's estate in the Noble District. Let's head there immediately. Good idea. Please wait a little longer. I'm counting on you, Schwarzer. So yeah, we'll go to the Noble District next. What do they have to say? Anything? Anyway, are you working with Vincent? Of course. And not just right now, the two of us have been spending a lot of time together. Even outside of the fair situation, any member of a family as esteemed as the Florals faces no shortage of challenge. I wanted to be his dedicated nutritionist to take his dietary concerns off his plate, but alas, Vincent refused. Such a shame. I'm holding on to a secret spice that was guaranteed to deepen our love. Yeah, shame. That miracle seasoning must be behind her transformation, too. I've arranged to have the packages sent to the store's new location in the Harbor District checked, but given that I've yet to receive any word, it seems that the permit has yet to be found. This simply will not do. Our fellow houses deserve better. Yes, Riviera Court is co-owned by several noble families, is it not? Indeed, or rather it was. At the moment, House Floral has been granted full authority in the hopes that we may right the ship, managerially speaking. It's no easy task, I assure you, nevertheless, something must be done. As much as I am loath to rob you of your time with these individuals, may I trust that I'll have your assistance in this matter? Not sure what he means by those individuals, but of course we will be happy to help. Noble District next. Full-scale war with Calvert. That's a wonderful opportunity for us. If you look back at our history, Erebonia's nobles were noted for their military accomplishments. If we nobles rack up great deeds during the war, we can show the government what for. We may even see our family name restored to its past glory. My son came around to my line of thinking, so I had him sign up. He'll get it done. The ore mined on our land is going to be requisitioned, and they've been pestering me about handing over our grain stores, too. The demands for the government get worse with every passing day. Should I side with the Viceland Army instead? No, the government must have spies on me already. What do you think I should do? Why are you asking me? What do you mean, why? You were right when I was trying to decide whether to side with Lord Balad, remember? What are you talking about? You're the head of a noble house. Try acting like one for once. Why are you getting mad? You're supposed to be the one leading the Galton family. You can't come to me for every little thing. You can't just look to others to solve all your problems. You need to think for yourself. Just when I thought he'd learned after the Imperial Provincial Council, he's still the same as always. What is he thinking, relying on others to make decisions for him when he's supposed to be leading people? It's my duty as his wife to support him, not to make his decisions for him. He must not be misunderstanding that. That doesn't sound like a wife. She'd very happily make all the decisions for him. My wife got mad at me again. This is how it always is, and I really wanted to know what she thought about all this, too. Can't do something this difficult all on my own. What do I do now? Let's talk to the tiny one. Can we talk to the tiny one? There we go. Hey, Oliver? Feels like Mommy and Daddy are always fighting lately. Keep telling them to get along, but they just ignore me. Oh no, you have it wrong, Miss Littlebell. They're not fighting. That's a special way Mommy and Daddy show affection. I don't get it. Dear, I've only confused you, haven't I? You see, these are very difficult times. Your parents are under a lot of stress. How about we give them some space? Okay, I guess. This must be Lord Galton's butler. Excuse me, can I bother you? How can I help you? Reen asked whether the letter from Riviera Court arrived. You must be talking about the letter we received recently. Honestly, I cannot say I was thrilled over the contents of that letter. What did it say? Butler Oliver handed over a letter. The hell is this? I didn't know relocation knows, it's just business stuff. All it said is operating profits and orders they made for after the move. That is correct. It seems this was addressed to a store called Glycine's Flower Shop. I do suppose anyone can be liable to make a mistake, but it feels relatively rude to my master. He has been a patron for many years. We're really sorry. This is the right one. Reen hands over the relocation notice to Lord Galton. Well, thank you very much. I didn't think there would be another mistake. Maybe the florist has the permit then. It's possible. Glycine's Flower Shop is on the North Road. Let's go take a look. We'll still talk to him. Miss Lilibel's getting sharper by the day. Not much is going to get past her. Must remain here and support her. But Miss Lilibel's growing up so fast, and it makes me weep. All I can do is watch over her as she continues to grow. Nothing upstairs. We already spoke to him. Yeah, okay, we can trigger the scene, and I don't think that's gonna do too much.
Governor Regnitz.
Thank you for coming out to meet me, Major Rebelt. I appreciate you keeping an eye on things while I was away.
No, this is part of my duties, after all. Good work with the coastal inspection, sir.
Sorry to hurry you, but I'd like to get right to it. Let's talk about the security detail. Understood. Why don't you fill me in as we walk? Dad? Even Major Claire's in Ordis? It isn't only the Imperial Defense Force, but the Railway Military Police as well. If they're cooperating with the Governor, we'll need to stay sharp. Ryan, we have duty to observe my dad's actions, too. Let's stay on our guard while we gather information. Either way, hanging around here isn't exactly the best plan. Be careful not to get too close. Yeah, maybe we should leave for now. But there's still people to talk to.
Who would have thought we should meet again so soon? It would appear the Azure Chevalier was with them after all. Georg was indeed correct. I suppose I have little choice but to perform my duty as a knight. Will you be able to complete your quest? I'll be watching with great interest.
You're moving, so you're first. So I'm reduced to patrolling around Ordis. I'm being ordered to bow by the Imperial Defense Force, and the nobles all glare at me. Then there's a matter of those guests over at the mansion. Feels like joining the short stick, but you gotta work with what you get, I guess. Hold on a sec, I feel like I've seen you guys somewhere before. Are you sure you're not just imagining things? Seriously, man, with my dashing good looks, I stand out wherever I go. Dashing good looks? No, they'd never be in a place like this. Those two really don't hold back, do they? You'd never think they were both wanted men. Glad to have them on our side, though. As for the guests the guard was talking about, that is pretty interesting. We need to gather more intel. Jeez, there are a lot of people here. Since the Navy took control, nautical trade has basically ground to a halt. Our family is going to be in dire straits if this continues. Marquis Reagan, you have earned the respect of many on the western coast. I am in need of your wisdom. I'm honored that you regard me so highly. No, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I suspect nautical trade will come to a halt for a fair while. Will it truly? The government is intervening in West Coast trade by way of the National Mobilization Law. Even the most cunning merchants will find their best efforts met with too much bureaucracy to make it worth the effort. Even I've had to use my own wealth to support residents who have lost their jobs. I'm sorry I can't help you more. No, thank you for trying. I just need some time to process. I see now. I'll have to find some other way to support ourselves. Indeed, if there is anything else, just let me know. I'll do what I can. Thank you, Marquis. Sorry I can't be of more help. Not at all, just knowing where things are headed is a great help. Can't help but wonder what steps to take now. I'm not short on anxiety myself. We don't know what times like this will have in store for us. We've all got to look out for one another. To be sure, my friend, I appreciate your advice. Talking to Marquis Reagan has cleared things up a little. We're going to need to think a little more about what we can do from here on. I think I'll go back to the hotel and talk it over with my wife. I will pray for Prince Oliver's peaceful transition to the next world and for the Emperor's recovery. The Imperial family is a symbol of our country, and yet such terrible tragedies continue to befall them. Adios, please bring peace to the hearts of the royal family. The guy calling the shots at Ordis Cathedral, what was his name? Archbishop Bramfelt? I've heard he's a generous old fellow. He is indeed. His reputation is sterling. He was a friend of my father's, too. Hello, you're the instructor who visited us before. You seem a little tired. Why don't you rest here a spell? You look as though you're carrying a heavy burden in your heart. Hope you can find some respite. Thank you, Your Grace. Should I assume you already know all the trouble we're in? The little birdie may have told me a few things. It pays to have friends in the Congregation for the Sacraments. One of them in particular was a great help to me 2 years ago during the Civil War. 2 years ago during the Civil War? Reen, do you think he means? I do. He must be referring to Gaius' master, Barkhorn. He'd been with the Order for a long time. It wouldn't be strange if he was acquainted with the Archbishop. He was always traveling here and there, checking on the spirit veins. Going to miss him. But he wouldn't want me to consumed with grief. The Church's mission to save people, and he fulfilled his duty to the end. And on that topic, I can't tell you you've all been working very hard, but I bid you take a moment to rest while you're here. Ah, you can see right through us, huh? Thank you, Archbishop. I'm glad to see you too, Muse. If you need anything, just let me know. We'll accept your kind offer. We can use a quick break. I've heard some of what you've done, thus I know the gist of your story. About you, Ashen Chevalier, and about Muse as well. You've been carrying a heavy burden. I pray you can put those anxieties to rest even for a short while. Now to think about it, the curse seems to have less of a foothold here in the church. It may be just a temporary respite, but it may do you good to reflect and pray for a while. The 4 archbishops of the Empire attended the funeral of Prince Oliver that was held at Heimdall Cathedral. After that, however, the meeting the head archbishop called to order seemed to be the main topic of conversation. For the general picture, it beggars belief that this would happen in our world. What a chaotic turn of events. Still, we, the Church, must remain abreast of the situation. My precious son was drafted. All I can do is pray for a safe return. I went to the Cayenne estate with Bishop Robbins earlier, but those high and mighty Imperial Defense Force soldiers gave us a rather rude welcome. Just who do they think they are? It's like those poor people are under house arrest in there. Some member of the clergy can't ignore their plight. There must be some way for me to confront them and comfort them. How about I bring them my special cookies? I'll go every day starting today. Those smug soldiers won't know what hit them. Operation Cookie is a go. Sounds like something's up at the mansion. We're gonna need more to go on than that. Let's take a look around. So yeah, a lot of the text doesn't fit in the bubbles here. Wonder what's going on. Right now I'm meeting community leaders in various regions and touring nearby villages to hold mass for the people. Between families being torn apart by conscription, those unable to get by on wartime rations, many are struggling. Taking Sister Sienna to the Cayenne estate may have been a mistake. The way she's acting, we'll need to make sure she doesn't cause any more trouble. Too late. Okay, we to the mansion. Welcome back, Master. I hope your meeting with Count Floral went well. Yes, what has my daughter been doing while I was absent? Lady Charlotte has been out with a friend. And which house is this friend from? I don't want to betray her, but I can't lie to the Master. Her friend is not of any noble house. He is a commoner. What? Charlotte has disobeyed me? Personally, I'm quite glad to see Lady Charlotte associating with commoners and learning about city life. But the Master does not look kindly on commoners. I'm so sorry, Lady Charlotte. Lately I hadn't time to speak with my daughter. I've been curious what she'd been doing lately, but... Charlotte, why did you disobey me? How many times have I told you not to associate with commoners? So if you remember, that was a quest in Cold Steel 3 where the kid helps her find her missing thing. I don't remember what it was. It's the Thor's Branch campus, folks. I'm so glad to see you've returned safely. Sorry I made you worry. Speak for yourself. You know you feel the same, Ash. Does that mean we can cut the small talk then? Yes, the Master believes that what happened with Ash is all part of some plot too. Actually, there is something I'm dying to ask you. Is Lady Ferris alright? Do you know where she is? Well, I'm so sorry, we haven't been able to get in contact with her. I see. Lady Ferris, please be safe. Adios, I beg you, bring her back home safely. We have to get this everything we've got. There is someone on the second floor. For me, it's a trained Lady Ferris is the first person we were ever assigned to serve under. We've been together since long before she joined the military academy. I get very anxious when I think about what's going on. I've broken several plates today alone. I need to pull myself together. Indeed, I have to go on an errand for the Master. Can you see the things while I'm gone? The Master Vincent is back too. If something urgent comes up, be sure to let him know. Alright, I shall hold down the proverbial fort in your absence. Incidentally, the regular update from our contact afar has arrived, but... from Sarifa, correct? In that case, I don't imagine it'll be too urgent. Please relay it to the Master when he takes his dinner. Understood. Forgot who Sarifa is the maid of. The Master and Leon are both so busy, we have to make sure we're pitching in around here too. Unfortunately for us, Rennie is a walking disaster around dinnerware. Will she only be satisfied when all the plates are smashed? I know she's worried about my lady, but it's the job of a maid at times like these to support the master of the house. I'm gonna have to speak to her again. Another petition from the petty nobles who are struggling. The clandestine deals made with the government have certainly had their effect. So many issues remain. Aren't you all... I know you. What are you doing in Ordis? It's been a while, Count. Sorry to surprise you. Simply working as a member of Thor's, nothing more. I see. So the Viceland army has been left in the capable hands of the general. However, that does not change your position as a noble lady from one of the most important families of the Empire. If I could, I would take this opportunity to lodge a formal complaint or two regarding our situation. Yet something tells me you have some wily plan in mind already. I feel it's my duty to remind you to act with care in these times, though. Thank you. I feel safe leaving what happens next with you. Please help those nobles who don't have much standing. You place a heavy burden upon me, my lady, however. Marquis Reagan and others are lending their aid. I'll do what I can. Glad to hear it. I hope we meet again soon, your lordship. So, that's it for this place. Guess it's just these people. Last week, a man of the Andrews house, our long-term rival, has tried to have me pass on a letter to Lady Mercedes. I was going to ignore it, but I couldn't find it in myself to upset Lady Mercedes like that. I waited for the opportune moment when her busy father would not notice and reluctantly set up a meeting between them. These two had some real nerve to discuss elopement right in front of me. So this is the Romeo and Juliet thing from Cold Steel 3. Heathcliff, I didn't think I'd be reunited with you so soon. What was the important thing you wanted to discuss? Yes, you see, the reason I had you come back here today is to ask, Mercedes, will you abandon everything and travel to a new land with me to live a new life together? It's like an invitation to paradise. Spend my life with you would be a dream come true. But I'm just not ready to choose a path that will cause my family pain. I know I'm a coward, please forgive me. I understand, please don't cry. I know your sweet nature better than anyone else. I shouldn't have put such pressure on you. I'm so sorry, Heathcliff. You have nothing to apologize for as being selfish. The thing I want most in this world is to see you smile, so please, lift your head up. And that's just repeat. Okay, we can't go to the Duke's mansion, that's blocked off, so let's go this way. Oh, there's someone I haven't spoken to. My brother got drafted. Father ordered me to help out the family business in his place. Been so busy lately I haven't had any time to go see Marjorie. I'd finish this work quickly as I can, find some time to see her. Okay, this is the harbor. I went to the wrong place. The Ordis Harbor District. Something doesn't seem right. Man, look at all these container ships. Never seen this place so busy. The Imperial Navy have been using Shielan Bay as their base of operations for a while now. This must be all be to send supplies to them before the war truly begins. Makes sense. I guess they were requisitioning stuff from the city already. According to what I've heard, most of the resident ships are being held back. We're really starting to see the effect that national mobilization law is having on normal people's lives. Yeah, nationalism's on the rise, and the war feels closer than ever. Could be having other repercussions. Let's take a look around town. Okay, so we need to go to the tavern. I'm gonna speed through and go to North Street, and we'll hit this place up last. Okay, there's a picture there, it looks like. Factory has the scene. Well, if it isn't Miss Musée, you're back earlier than I thought you'd be. My plans have changed somewhat. I apologize for the radio silence, Bartolo. About that, I've delivered safe and sound. Got a few soldiers sniffing around, but I've already laid out some fake info for them to find. Shouldn't pose any problem. You really are the master, Bartolo. I never doubted you'd take care of it, but knowing that the matter's settled is a weight off my shoulders. If anything comes up, you just leave it to old Bartolo, okay? What the heck are they talking about? If I'm reading this correctly, Bartolo helped County Gret evade the hand of the government, is that right? Perceptive as always, Instructor. Damn, just how many steps ahead could this girl get? Some guests are arriving over at the mansion, and judging from the welcome that's rolling out for them, they must be kept on a pretty tight leash. Bartolo is special. So yeah, this is a better revival balm type thing. Or wait, that's faint, never mind. I was thinking that was KO, but it's not. Let's go into the inn. I'm originally from out of town in the countryside. Came to work with some of the loading operations in the Harbor District. Seafood here is so fresh and none of the trendy junk you find in other places. They just let the flavors do the talking. You can come here every day. This is gonna be my new lunch break spot. Fishermen are one thing, but that Navy lot can really grate on your nerves. They keep watch on us like hawks. Gets you all anxious. Up until a while ago, I'd only been selling fish at this tavern since I'm close to the owners. Both times there, I gotta catch as many as the sea will give me so I can share them with all kinds of folks. Betty told me that her family's inn was having a hard time since they ended up shorthanded, so I came to help out. I've always been a fan of the place, so letting my support is the least I can do. But Betty's just as obsessed as ever with finding a rich and handsome boyfriend. The fare here is fantastic. It's like a true home-cooked meal. Until now, I was convinced that Ordis only had super fancy restaurants. But finding a real gem like this makes coming all the way out to work here worth it. Edmund's been called up by the Navy to work as a cook, so I'm having Betty help out in his stead. What's more, even her friend Blanca has been lending us a hand. Unlike Betty, she's rock steady. I know I can trust her to get the job done. Since Dan's been conscripted to serve as a Navy cook, I've been forced to help out around here in his place. I've never worked to register before. How am I supposed to know about receipts and service charges and all that? Just want a nice guy to come by, that's all. If you imagine some rich guy like Eustace Alburet or Patrick Arms came in here to see me, talk about your dream date. If only we had Eustace here, you know? I'll take the recipe. No, stop me now. I'm gonna rewrite the book on register operation. Oops, look like I made a mistake on the customer's bill. Well, can't win them all. Just make up for it by giving the customer extra strong focus. Oops, didn't mean to do that one. Classic tea. Is there anyone up here? Yes. My boyfriend asked me to come see him. He said he wants to spend some quality time together before he receives his military assignment. I have so many memories here in Ordis. Whenever I spend time here, they all come rushing back. One time we both worked tooth and nail to save up enough to travel together, but then Danny went and gambled it all at the casino. We got into a massive fight over it, but Ordis' summer festival was so gorgeous it ended up bringing us back together. Still, I wonder why he wants to see me all of a sudden. So I'm talking about how busy things have been lately, so must have something important to discuss, I'm sure of it. In fact, it's getting me kind of nervous. Machias, you guys are here too, huh? Reiner, what a coincidence. Heard you were on a business trip to Lemaire. I never expected to run into you. You're right. You're that guy from the Government Accountability Inspector, right? You must have it pretty hard with everything that's going on right now. I'm sure it's nothing compared to what you have to deal with. But it's frustrating. We hardly have any authority anymore. After all, the government's made it law, and we have to prioritize cooperating with the war effort over everything else. That's right, the National Mobilization Law. Must be the thing G was talking about. It's possible that it has something to do with the current situation in Ordis and why Governor Regnance is here. Yeah, I don't like it, but you're probably right. I don't believe the Inspectorate is completely powerless to help, though. There are some tasks that only we as Inspectors are able to accomplish. Machias. Of course, if you're here in Ordis, you must have made up your mind already. You're right. You're absolutely right. I've got to pull myself together. I'll start looking around and see if there's anything I can do, too. That's the spirit. I really do appreciate it. I was on the verge of giving up. Orbital Factory we'll do last. Let's go this way. Isn't your family's home just past here, Muse? Yes, the residence of Count and Lady Egret, to be precise. However... Wait a sec. Is that the Imperial Defense Force even out here? Looks like the home of the Viceland Army's Supreme Leader hasn't escaped their surveillance. Hope your family's doing alright. You don't need to worry about that. Right before the Great Twilight began, I sent them away into a villa nestled in a fairly remote area. Damn, you really did see everything coming. My grandparents have been keeping an eye on me all this time. I'm sure I've set their hearts full of worry. So no matter how difficult the going gets, I have to make sure that all the worrying pays off. She sounds pretty serious. I'm sure you will. Anyway, let's stay the hell away from her for now. Everything costs so much now, it's getting to be just unbearable until the ration system came along. Now we can all relax a bit. Rumor has it the Imperial government leapt right into action, timing the rations perfectly with those sudden price jumps. Thus splendid, the rations cover just the items we need, from eggs to vegetables. The governor truly understands how the common person lives. True, this system has saved us a lot of stress, still. If it's the conscription you're worried about, right? They'll round up just about anyone these days. It's a right shame what the world's coming to. Can we catch him before he leaves? Prices just keep climbing and climbing. Who knows if we'll be able to make ends meet at this rate? I don't know what we would have done if Governor Rings hadn't started up a ration system for us. It's helped things run a whole lot smoother than before. Looks like the ration system's going to start up in other areas too. This Imperial Governor can get things done. So after the Civil War comes the Great Battle of Calvard. I did have a notion that a war with Calvard would come one day, but I never thought that'd be within my lifetime. From the look of things, just about every household in the area is being subjected to conscription. Can't stop worrying. What will I do if my Angela gets sent out to the front? Gotta keep it together. If I let my anxiety get the better of me, Luca and Angela will surely pick up on it and get stressed out. Angela's usually so busy he can only come home once every couple months, but now he says he's staying here for good. There's no work for him to do, but he's looking pretty sad. I'm just happy we can spend more time together. The merchant ship I used to be on has been put under some major restrictions. We're completely out of commission now. They've gone and conscripted all the other sailors banning it, so my nose is just around the corner. Thinking about it just fills me with endless dread. But the mood at home has been so cheerful lately. I should get in as much quality time with Luca as I can. I'm an official part of the flower shop now. Sort of, it'll just be a few hours after Sunday school, but still. I'm gonna absorb it all. I want to make bouquets as lovely as Miss Glycine's. Okay, we were stuck there for a second. Well, now that we've wrapped up training at the Naval Forge, it's only a matter of time till I get my assignment. Cornet and I have made so many memories here in Ordis. I'm gonna take a chance, it's now or never. In novels, it'd be the part where I gave her a gorgeous bouquet of flowers. That's it. I just need to hand her the perfect bouquet, strike up just the right mood, and then... So now we have to go to the harbor, I assume. Lady Muse, is that you? We've been worried sick. You just up and vanished without a trace. It's been too long, Glycine. I'm so sorry for worrying you. Well, as long as you're safe and in good health, that's all we can ask for. Looks like it's been pretty stressful for everyone back at the house as well. All of North State's been watching over you since you were a little girl. We'll always be here for you. And I'm ever so grateful. I actually have something that I'd like to ask. Muse asked if Florissa received a letter from Riviere Court. You must be referring to the invitation I got. To be honest with you, that's something I'm a little stuck on. Glycine gave Muse the piece of paper. This is addressed to Clay Small. It says details are as per our earlier discussion. If this is some matter of business, I'll do what I can, but I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this. I'm not even sure what to say to the folks at Riviere Court about this. This has all been one big misunderstanding. This is the invitation meant for you. Hand over the letter of invitation to the flower shop. Thanks, my lady. Sorry for the hassle. Don't even mention it. This kind of screw could put a real dent in Riviere Court's reputation for a while. Yeah, that's for sure. Anyway, we should head over to the business district and drop by Clay Small, right? Now sounds like the right time to find the permit. Well, we need to talk to her again. Something's come up over the Regret residence. Hard to bear all the talk that's been going on, but an extravagant bouquet heals the soul, you know? Don't be shy, take a closer look. So, oregano, Pecky. I'm actually going to buy these because I'm a little concerned. I may need an extra confuse accessory, we'll see. Lady Egret, to you all. Spend some time, Strauss. You're the glass artisan and acquaintance of Muses, right? Thank you for your help during our field exercises. Seems like you're not here without reason. Start by telling me about your situation. When I've got that information, I'll decide whether I should assist you or not. Looks like you got a good head on your shoulders. I've been doing exactly that ever since I was a child. Of course we'll tell you about the situations like this. Class 7 told Strauss about the circumstances that led them to sneak into Ordis. So you're here to rescue people confined in the mansion, I see. Putting the talk of someone related to the branch campus aside, I do have some knowledge about this VIP. You do? Who is it? The other day we got called out to the mansion on an urgent request for some government officials from Heimdall. We were working on the glass in one of the rooms when I happened to catch sight of their guest while she was being shown around. It was only for a second, there was no mistaking her. It had to be Empress Priscilla. The Empress? What would the Empress be doing here? I see, they wanted to offer a proper greeting for the Empress, so they commissioned professional glass cleaning services. Father's always been detail-oriented that way. Continuing on from Crossbell, huh? I guess this is just part of me settling things, not something I can pretend isn't happening. Ash? Right, let's take this as a guiding sign from Adios. Not knowing the full details of the situation until now, I've been keeping this to myself. Now it looks like the twists and turns of destiny have brought you all here to Ordis. Now that you're here, go ahead and do what you have to. I can help you out with ordnance. Thank you, that would be incredibly helpful. We'll hit you up if we need a hand. It appears that Her Highness is currently being held at the Cayenne Mansion. It's not the sort of thing one should say lightly, but it seems you all have been led to Ordis by varying branches of faith. Now that you're here, go ahead and do what you have to. I can help you with your ordnance. Muse and the Thor's group. It's certainly been a while, hasn't it? Around 2 months by my count. You seem like you're doing well, Luther. Actually, about that. What is it? It's not a big deal or anything, but it's my grandfather. He knows what it's like on the battlefield, from being out on the campaigns many years back. Lately he's been telling me a lot about it. He goes into all the gory details if he's just discussing the weather. Seeing people get their arms blown off, hiding from the enemy in a pile of corpses, all of his stories are pretty gruesome. And he knows I get queasy with this kind of thing. I think he's doing it on purpose just to mess with me. Oh dear, that does sound harsh. What can you do? Old men love their old war stories. You got my condolences. He's seen action on his old campaigns. He knows all about what's really like on a battlefield. Lately he's been telling me about it. He goes into all the gory details about like discussing the weather. And then that's just a repeat. So I wanted to see... Yeah, I didn't really pick up a lot of stuff on the way here. Strengthen. Thing I'm looking for are brakes. So I'm gonna make the one. Oh well. So that's odd. Now I'm cool with the attack twos. Evade. Gonna make another one of those, even though I don't think I can feel another dodge tank. Okay, something just flickered. Action 3. So, yeah, okay, right, I remember that one now, so that's intentional. Hit 2, EP cut. Teal anklet for fee. Glass coin. So we did pick up an item here for Machias, I think it was. There it is. A durable metal watch. You're really giving this to me. It looks fairly expensive. Yeah, you've helped me with so much at every turn, Machias. Giving you a small gift like this is the least I can do. By the way, it's the newest model, boasting excellent accuracy. Well, it might come in handy with your work. Definitely a reliable watch. Will be great to have, thank you. Plus, it's got a pretty nice design on it, too. I'll be more than happy to wear it. Let me do reciprocate with a gift of my own at some point, though I'd feel bad otherwise. Sure, if you want. So, does he get a stat boost? Yes. This is the reason why you wanted to give them stuff. And yes, 15 strength and defense. extremely slim for the effect it's going to have, but you may be able to get it to add up with other things. And then the cat just climbed up by the microphone, so you may hear her. That's her rubbing against it. That's her pushing it away from my face. Okay, there we go. And she's trying to push it again. So yeah, if all of a sudden you hear my voice suddenly becoming more distant, you have her to thank. When Governor Rangan's first arrived in Ordis, there was some opposition against his appointment. Ordis has always been a city where noble influence runs strong, so that kind of response was expected. Governor Rangan's tried to advance proposals that have stagnated due to the conflict between nobles. He negotiated with the situation between the Imperial Navy and bridged the gap with the harbor management for the benefit of Ordis. There are very few people who doubt the governor's ability or oppose him now. Governor Rangan says the trust of the people of Ordis. And you might doubt it'll be okay. It's up for us to keep pushing forward. It's you guys. You're the Thor's branch campus students who helped me out before. You remember us? Yeah. What did we do again? Inspect some ships or something? That's it. A lot has happened since then. It feels an age away. The harbor's under the jurisdiction of the government now. All we get coming through nowadays are Navy boats and the like. There are restrictions on regular boats, and our usual work is completely tailed off. Instead, we have a lot of cargo work. I see. It looks like you're being kept really busy. The Navy never gives us any explanations. They just throw all this work at us. It makes my head spin. But Casper made us some documentation that really eases up the cargo work. Not used to it yet, but I'm getting there. Casper? Things seem tough at the Port Authority, but he's working hard. Okay, let's talk to the kid. What the Ash? What are you doing here? Quick, get going for the Soldier Sea. I'll buy you some time. Yuta, don't be such an idiot. I can take care of myself. I'm more worried about you. You still overreaching hanging around with that noble chick? Hey, I'm not overreaching. Charlotte and me are friends. We just have to be in secret is all. I mean, if we could become more than friends, that'd be nice, but... When did you go and grow a spine? Keep doing what you think is right, man. I'll be rooting for you. Damn it, I can't find it. The eldest son of the Floral family asked me to inspect this luggage. But everything's going to be okay for the guys at Riviera Corp before the move. So this is going to be their new store, it looks like. The door is locked. Well, it's kind of hard to do business when no one can get in, am I right? Until recently, I couldn't stand those nobles who were so proud and elitist. However, now all my hatred is focused on Calvard. All of us people of Ereboni, and we have to stand together to face Calvard. The heck? Hey, perfect timing. Buddy of mine loaned me this book right before he got drafted. I'm in no mood to read right now, though, so why don't you take it? 3 and 9, Chapter 5. Are you sure we can have this? Sure, you don't want to give it to someone who's actually going to read it. Alright, if you insist, thank you. So, yeah, I thought that was a scenic picture, but sure. When I was on land, I used to read the Imperial Chronicle, the Sailor's Tavern. They've left the cargo ship into the Imperial Navy assembled at the Naval Fortress. Tankers keep coming, so I have no time to waste at the Sailor's Tavern. Being worked off my feet, damn it. Never seen cargo this big before. I don't know much about war, but all out war between big countries requires a lot of resources, huh? If we want to win the war, we're going to have to give it all we got. Have I spoken to this guy yet? Thanks to the governor's action, yeah. That one we have. Never seen a tanker so big. These big ships are awesome, don't you think? Agree? There's so much that needs to be shipped because of the war. I shouldn't get so excited, though. That would be kind of inappropriate. All my pals have gotten drafted one by one. It's really dull here now. Once they're trained up in the Naval Fortress, most are sent to the Navy. The Navy is stationed at Sheelan Bay while they form their units. It seems restocking supplies is urgent. First and Second Naval Fleets and the Imperial Marine Corps met up and are planning to attack Calvard by going through Tidith Bay? Tedieth Bay? Probably Tedieth. At any rate, I've been hoping I wouldn't get drafted. We spoke to you, I think. Couldn't stand those nobles who were so proud and elite, yeah. We just do cargo shipping for the Navy now. Our shipping work has tripled, but it means that my muscles are reaching the peak of their awesomeness. What lies beyond my limits? A new dimension of muscle, that's what. Just you wait, world. I'll show you a whole new level of muscle power. And now the moment you guys have been waiting for. Fishing. My legs are hurting since I run. Came here from a small fishing village to make my fortune. All the shipping work is wreaking havoc on my back. They stop different types of ships from docking here. Rowboats, cruisers, and even yachts are all banned. Now all the boats are Navy vessels. Makes for a bleak landscape.
There! I got one? I got a good one!
I don't remember this fish.
Pretty good, huh?
Pink azlefish. A lot of sepith mass. Jeez.
There!
That's, what, 450, I think?
I got one? Oh, man.
Probably is it worth
There.
20.
I got one? Nice.
This is a cobalt crab. I wonder if I should try to catch another one of those azlefish.
Did it! There. I got one? I got a good one. Check it out.
So yeah, I think that's actually 900 mira, so that more than pays for the cost of the bait. Otherwise, there's another one else over there, so we can duck into the tavern. There may be a new recipe here, we'll see. When you want to dig up dirt, there's no better place to go than the local watering hole. Glad to see someone knows what's up. Wait, how and why are you agreeing with him about that? Going to have a long talk about underage drinking later, Ash. Sure is lively. Somebody here's got to know something useful. Instructor, look. There. Class 7, is
Pretty
that?
crazy place for a reunion, huh?
Leonora.
Looking sharp, Instructor Reen. Class 7? Glad you're all okay. What brings you to Ordis anyway? If you guys are planning on starting something, I want in.
How about a fishing club? Leo, you're okay. Heard you were in town, but damn, didn't expect to run into a place like this. Were you here the whole time? Yeah, I've had eyes on me ever since I arrived, though, so I haven't been able to do a whole lot. I really wanted in on that fight over an Alster, too. I do recall hearing something about you wanting to go, but being unable to. Yes, it's the thought that counts. The members of the old Class 7 showed up to help out in your place. It all worked out fine. I'm just glad to see you turn up safely. Altina's going to be relieved when we tell her. I guess so. Glad to hear she's doing okay. Instructor Reen, I'm so glad you're okay. Did you come here to ask about those rumors? That's right, it's why you met up with Leonora, isn't it? Have you found anything about the people being held here in Ordis? Sure have. At this point, it's only rumors, though. But if they're right, Instructor Toa is one of them. Toa? Someone matching her description was seen at the Raquel station. The info said the IDF took a short girl with a white uniform to the mansion. It's almost certain her. Instructor Toa's at the mansion, huh? Aw man, trust her to be mixed up in this. Sometimes I wonder if fate has it out for me. Looks like I got another reason not to run from this fight. Thanks for your help, Leonora. You too, Maya. You can leave the rest to... Wait, we can do more than this. Yeah, I'm sure we can find a hole in the surveillance. We'll do what we can. Why does Class 7 get to do everything? Let combat tactics show you what we've got. You two. Sure talk big, huh? Thank you. We'll be glad to have you on board. It's times like this we all need to come together in the name of Thor's. Yeah. We done investigating already? Yeah, so the only info we've got now, it should take some time to go over it together and drop a plan. So anywhere you recommend, Muse? Sea Breeze Tavern comes to mind. It's on North Street. I know the place well. I'm sure I can get us a table in a cozy corner. Works for me. Let's head on over. So we get the Leonora note. Why, hello. What a pleasure to see all of you again. Aren't Aren't you that noble girl Yuta was hanging around with at the summer festival? What are you doing here? I just started here a few days ago. Really? I stuck out while my father was busy and met up with Yuta again. But since he has to work, he can't spend all his time entertaining me, so I decided to get my own job. It's even close by to where Yuta works. Working at a place like this, no walk in the park. You sure you can handle it? Yes, I've been working here for 2 weeks already, and I find it rather enjoyable. It's wonderful to be able to bring smiles to the faces of the tired. I never get the chance to do this in high society. Is that right? Glad it's working so well for you. My old shipmate recommended this place to me, and I've got to say I like it. It's nice and relaxing. I just hope this won't be our last meal together. Hey, come on, don't cry. You're gonna ruin the mood. I'll be back before you know it, once I give those damn Calvardians what for. I do agree they need to pay for what they've done. Just promise me you'll be careful. I want us to defeat Calvar as much as anyone, but not if it means losing my husband. We're getting less customers since the draft started. A lot of our regulars got drafted. It's nice not being rushed off my feet for once, but I miss everyone around. That newbie Charlotte is always bringing smiles to people's faces. I'm busting my hump for this place, too. I'm in a bind because my wife's a bit of a crybaby. These solemn moments aren't my thing, damn it. The only female member of Combat Tactics we're missing is Jessica. Yeah. I do wonder where she is now. I still haven't heard anything from Wayne either. No use worrying about them. They're tough, they can take care of themselves. Ash does have a point. He may be right, but that doesn't make things any easier. The best we can do now is just focus on the task at hand. Jessica's on my mind too. Guess I just have to trust her and concentrate on the here and now. Got eyes on us here up. I'll see what we can do. Well, we'll just be ready to fight if that's what it comes down to. Ash is right. Jessica and Wayne can take care of themselves. They'll be fine. Anyway, if you're planning on freeing those being held captive, then you can trust that we'll be offering our full support. We'll be acting separately, but contact us if you need anything. Okay. Government doesn't know what they're doing taking our boats from us, but at least they're nice about letting us sea-loving sailors out in the water by drafting us in the Navy. Just kidding, I feel the Imperial Navy ain't no life for a real seaman. Gotta make the best of my last day of freedom. What better place to do that than Miranda's? My, I'd noticed Muse and Leo's friends came in, but sorry, I didn't notice you because of how much you trained Instructor Schwarzer. Don't worry about it, I can see why you wouldn't recognize me. After everything I'd heard, I've been worried sick. Can't believe all the branch campus students have gone missing. I'm sure you've been through a lot. It makes me happy to see you all again with smiles on your face, despite everything. Thank you for coming back safely. I think that should be our line. Thank you for the warm greeting, Miranda. Yeah, don't sweat it. I'm basically Leo's mom, after all, so her teacher and friends are almost like family. Feel free to rely on me from here on out, too. Thanks, I might just take you up on that. Charlotte's been helping me out at the tavern lately. She's nice to every customer, so she's really popular. I will get this because I don't think I can cook that. Here I thought Icarosmart was finally starting to get on track. Sorry, I gotta dump it all on you, Yang. Hey, I've helped you run this place right from the start. I can handle it. Probably more worried about you than you about me, Clark. You get spooked easily. Sure you'll be able to pick up a weapon and fight? Real funny. You might have a point, though. They told me off pretty badly during training at the Naval Fortress for getting cold feet. Look, just take care of yourself. Don't you dare go leaving Kathy all alone. Don't worry, I've already reflected after that. I won't worry you guys anymore, really. I'm supposed to report to Titus Gate. Where even is that? Clark, you're really starting to worry me. Hey, aren't you those military academy people who saved Clark before? It is. You're the people who swooped in and saved me from the monster when that transport truck broke down on the road at night. Right. Good to see you're alright. I still owe you. You were with a bracer enveloped in purple lightning and a blue-haired girl and dashing woman, right? After you guys saved me, Yang and I decided to open up shop again, and it's been going pretty well. It's just a shame I can't stick around to see through a little longer. I see. Take care of yourself and come back safe, okay? Thanks, I'll do my best. Just asking, but aside from Instructor Sarah, was that Major Claire and Angelica? Yeah, we randomly ran into them. One thing led to another. I see. We can't meet up with them like we used to, but... Angelica, between George and everything else that's been going on, there's too much to worry about. Will he really be okay? He's got initiative, but the fact that he's kind of jumpy could be a problem. Silly family Kathy's got, so I hope he doesn't do anything reckless. I'll be leaving Icarosmart in Yang's hands while I'm gone. He knows the store like the back of his hand, besides he's a pal. I trust him with my life. But Kathy, I should probably stop by and visit once more before I leave. Icarosmart is in Raquel, if I remember correctly. We'd seen those two before, that's the gist. Okay, we did the fishing, so let's go to the business district. You guys are back again. Yeah, there's actually something that I wanted to ask. As to the mail, if the mall had received a letter from Riviera Court. Yeah, we did get something like that. Heard the move was a done deal, so I just assumed it was an invite to the grand reopening. I haven't even opened the envelope yet. Hold on a sec, I'll bring it over. Wait, this ain't no invite, it's a permit for opening a new store. Exactly like we thought. Sudden move must have left them absolutely wrecked. What the hell are they doing messing up something like this small when our dirty tricks couldn't even trip them up? Gave the permit. Thanks, Herman. Finally got the permit in hand. Just a stone's throw from Riviera Court, no less. Guess it can be hard to see what's right under your nose sometimes, huh? You guys said it. Should we head back to Riviera Court now? So the permit was actually sent to Clay Small. Must have been quite troublesome for those who mistakenly received the permit. I cannot apologize enough. The full responsibility of this error lies with me. I will bear it entirely, even if it costs me my position. Wait a second. Saying the relocation notice was originally my task to handle. It's because I was tired, so I asked you to take care of it for me here for it. This is actually my fault. Now, if that's how it is, then I'm to blame for not noticing it was being sent out. None of you are to blame. Our eviction order came so quickly and you've all been working non-stop preparing for the move. The blame lies with me for not being properly considerate of you all, despite how exhausted you must be. All is well that ends well. My thanks to all of you. You really saved us here. It's true, I can't thank you enough. With how things were looking, I thought I'd never be able to face Ferris again. Just glad the permit was recovered in the end. It's a pretty serious mistake. To be honest, I'm not sure I can imagine anyone making this kind of mistake, no matter how busy they are. Do you think it was the curse? Guess we'll just have to shelve that matter for now. Well, we need to keep working on our preparations for the move. Please forgive me, I cannot think of you properly at the moment. Don't let it bother you. We can't let things end like this, can we? We'll help out right until the move. For crying out loud, do you feel what our real objective is? It's just another one of Instructor Reen's fantastic qualities, after all. Oh my, I'm completely at a loss for words. We'll definitely take you up on your offer. Okay, there it goes. So now it's open for business. Class 7 helped Vincent and the Riviera Court staff move their supplies. They opened up shop in a corner of the hardware, albeit in less than perfect condition. Led by Margarita, the staff of Riviera Court raised their glasses in a toast. Reading the others joined the festivities and wished them good luck with their new storefront. Thanks to all of you, we managed to successfully reopen. I've said this already, but I truly wish to express my thanks. Thank you all so very, very much. My pleasure. Looks like Margarita's back to her old self. I don't think I'll ever get used to this. Of course, I'm grateful to you as well, Vincent. I'll give you a relaxing shoulder rub later as well. I couldn't possibly impose, especially since my shoulders are not stiff at all. Your attitude's made a complete 180 from earlier. Please don't make this any harder than it already is. I already knew about this, but the heart cannot be so easily swayed. You shouldn't allow physical appearance to distract you. Allow me to express my thanks as well. You truly saved us in our hour of need. In Riviera Court's long and venerable history, we've never faced a trial such as this. We must be prepared to face even more challenges going forward. We shan't falter. I swear it on the honor of Thor's and the Floral family. Same goes for me. Vincent and I are going to make Riviera Court a bigger success than ever. Vincent, Margarita, wow. We'll be looking forward to seeing what you do from here on. From the sound of things, you'll have your fair share of challenges coming up as well. Take care of yourselves. I know you have it in you to succeed. Riviera runaround complete, and they're not kidding about the runaround part. Holy symbol. 5,000 Mira. Unity. Thanks, Serene Class 7. Our words are finally over, so let's make the most of this important moment of quiet and enjoy ourselves, Vincent. Yes, that is what to say. I still have a fair few things that concern me, but I suppose it couldn't hurt to settle down for a moment before taking action. Not to mention, it is rather difficult to relax in the face of her still daunting personality. Oh, and speaking of settling down, are you familiar with this card game, Vantage Masters? Sure, even have a deck of my own. Do you now? To tell you the truth, I've been playing it whenever I find a free moment at work. It really is habit forming. If you're interested, perhaps we could rekindle our old Class 1 versus Class 7 rivalry. I imagine we're both quite busy, but it might make for an enjoyable diversion. Sure, but you remember who came out on top in that rivalry, right? Was it Class 2? No one ever suspects Class 2. Thanks, String Class... it's just a repeat. And that's just a repeat also. He has Bard.
Ha-ha! The game is afoot!
So with Bard on the field, we definitely need some range guys to offer cover fire. Sucks a little bit that it has 2 attack power. So I'm going to drop this on the crystal so I get the mana, which allows me to drop Riku. And that's all. So he's going for the one with the higher attack power. And I don't want the card draw from Riku just yet. I want to see what elements he plays before deciding anything. Holy crap! He's yet to play a single monster. I'm gonna have to start hitting him next turn, I think. There we go. Earth beats water. Heaven beats Earth. Okay, we'll have to see if Zampen can draw focus. Okay, the dual Zampen is a little tempting. I'm gonna hold on to these for the moment. So if he doesn't seal Zampen, Zampen seals him. Okay. That's it for now. Okay, the thing he played there was a cheaper summoning. Can't believe I have all these fairy cards. Torpus is a little dangerous. Luckily, we have the right guy out to deal with it. Then again, even Ranger could have dealt with it, I guess. I don't think I've ever had a hand this big this late in the game. This is just a weird game. It's about time. I may put the crystal on the other archer dude, so that way they're all three. They're not gonna pull his... I can end it here.
Well, well. Seems I've misjudged you.
So there's the Tarbis cards. Play them on hard. Now, edit. Taking one of these out for a Tarbis. Gonna take one of these out for a Tarbis also.
Ha-ha! The game is afoot!
No! It's actually a decent hand, all things considered. Might be able to get both archers out early and then just lay waste. That's on. And I'm actually going to stop there. Yeah, I don't know why I keep focusing on Ranger. Ranger does the least amount of damage here. Have to have this one pick off the Tarbis because the Bard is blocking. Trying to see if this will draw his fire so I can just pelt him a little harder. Okay, this complicates things a bit. Yeah. Really clutch timing for that one. Okay, there's 11 cards left in my deck. The thing that concerns me is I have yet to find any of my cards that allow me to draw more cards. No Tarbis, no Reiku, none of the healers.
Well, well. Seems I've misjudged you.
Yeah. Now this would happen if I hadn't made you mail the relocation notices. I'm so sorry here for it. No, Citrine, this is my fault. I should have been better prepared. Furthermore, I should be apologizing for pushing you so hard. You were originally employed as a maid of the Floral family, not here. I hate to consider pushing you so hard once more, and now there's the possibility that I'll make another mistake, but let's continue to work hard together, in moderation, of course. Of course, sir. The storehouse is still a mess, and there's so much to do. First of all, I'll have to make amends with everyone who was affected by this incident. I'll go with you. Very well, let's be on our way. Thanks to you, we've safely moved into our new storefront and now can stay in business a little longer. It's not as fancy as our previous store, but looks aren't everything, right? Well, I'll work hard to one day restore Riviera Court to its former glory. Home is where you lay your hat. I'm sure we'll get used to it in no time. Alright, look at it, he's totally focusing himself to look optimistic. Still, it's a relief to see that he's just the same as ever. Yeah, something tells me he's gonna be fine. So, Pegasus Vest. I'd rather have the speed. Mermaid, arts, this... There's a slim case we made for getting this from Muse. Wing shoes, arts for men, pass, that... Like, it'd be decent for Elliot, I guess. Strength, there's a case for Yuna here. She loses out on a little bit of evasion. Item for Kurt. And then the outrageously priced crap. I am gonna get this for Yuna. I rarely ever see her dodge. Yeah, we still have potentially 14,000 left. Did I just walk through him? Okay, he just has weird clipping because of his posture. So is there anything else for us to do here? One thing, I was hoping I could get out of here to go back to the ship and try to trade stuff, but I guess not. Anyway, we'll do the scene and then we'll call it a video. Unfortunately, due to all those interruptions, I have no idea how long this one actually is just yet, so... we'll see. Rhea and the others immediately ordered beverages and light meals. The innkeeper set them up at the back of the establishment where they wouldn't stand out. With everyone seeing, they reviewed their plans. So for the time being, we have a general grasp on the situation in Ordis. Yeah, Governor Regnant seems to be keeping the sword from getting too out of hand. But still, I never would have guessed they were holding Empress Priscilla and Toa prisoner, of all people. So Toa's hanging out with the Empress, huh? Sounds like she's really moving up the ranks. Moreover, they've been confined to the Cayenne family's mansion, which currently serves the office of Ordis' temporary supervisor. I'm sure they're being well taken care of, but what is Dad even thinking? What indeed? Despite being called a sworn friend of the Chancellor, he has outright opposed the war effort at every turn. There must be some kind of pressure behind this. There's no doubt about that. I don't know if it has any connection to Major Claire's arrival, but it is worth noting. Right. That reminds me, hey Crow, something happened while we were over by the Cayenne estate? Yeah. Aside from the icy maiden, I also caught sight of another familiar face. Not just anyone, but someone who would normally be jumping for joy to see Toa and the icy maiden in the flesh. Really? I didn't even notice. If that's true, then we wouldn't be able to move forward using ordinary methods. So we gotta deal with that crazy biker chick, huh? We sneaking in then? Easier said than done. Even so, I do want to check in on what my dad's real intentions are here if I can. Given that you used to live there, would you mind sharing some ideas regarding infiltration routes? Sorry, that probably sounded really insensitive. I may be the rightful lady of the house, but personally I don't have any objections to our breaking in. Not when it concerns a former instructor and the mother of our most beloved princess. No matter what memories I may have of my parents there, what matters now is that we rescue those two. Agreed. With that kind of conviction, I'm prepared for whatever comes next. So about the infiltration route. I think Crow might be more in the know than I am with that. Huh? Seriously? Come on, just how loose-lipped is Vita anyway? Okay, fine, follow me. I'll show you a real nice spot. Or is sneaking in via canoe? Nope. There's a door here. Never noticed it when we came here on our field exercises. This leads to the underground waterways. We can use this route to get into the estate. Good thing the first Dukayan of the Middle Ages decided to build an emergency exit. There was something like this back in Berea Hard. I'd never got out of the Provincial Army's clutches if not for that. Sounds like a real adventure. That could have been quite so simple. Wait, why do you know so much about this place, Crow? Came here with Vita maybe 5 years ago? That's where I undertook my trials to become an Awakener. I see, that makes sense. That must be when Uncle Qua gave Vita the key to this place. Guess you still have it, Crow. Yeah, I brought it along just in case we need to sneak in again. Whatever, we just gotta sneak in, right? Right, everybody get ready. And we'll pick up there next time, folks, with the whole infiltration and all the stuff that's gonna come with it, because I know it's gonna be a ton of scenes. I'm the hero of light.